Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to all those of you who made it across the frozen tundra this morning to be with us for this February iteration of the Superintendent's Update. Thank you all for coming. As always, we will take questions after Dr. Rogers' remarks, and we have a lot of news. So right now, we'll turn it over to our Superintendent, Dr. Miriam Rogers.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I am pleased to provide updates for Team BCPS. I want to welcome Chair Jane Lichter, who's here with us this morning. Good morning. Last night, the Board of Education voted to approve an amended $2.495 billion fiscal year 2027 operating budget request. The board's request will now be sent to County Executive Klossmeyer and the County Council for consideration and approval. We will keep our community informed as we move through this process with our county leaders. The county executive has expressed her desire to provide additional resources to the system, despite the fiscal challenges at the state and local levels. We are grateful for the ongoing partnership and commitment to working with us to find the best possible solution that will ensure maximum funding for our school system. I encourage our families, staff, and stakeholders to stay engaged in the budget process and to utilize BCPS official budget information sources, including Budget 101 and the operating budget website for the most accurate and up-to-date information. The county executive has 3 upcoming budget forums scheduled where you can provide additional input and advocate for Team BCPS. More information about the town hall meetings is available on the Baltimore County Government website. Yesterday morning, I had an opportunity to share highlights of our system's work to fast-forward student achievement at the Maryland State Board of Education meeting. During my presentation, I spoke about the investments that we've made in key priority areas that have led to 2 consecutive years of gains on multiple measures of performance. My focus was on literacy and professional development changes. I also spoke about the concerning trends that BCPS and other school systems in the state are seeing as it relates to enrollment, attendance, graduation, and dropout rates for multilingual learners. I am thankful for the work and advocacy of State Superintendent Dr. Wright and her team to provide support, resources, and regular updates to school systems. They have convened a group of superintendents, of which I'm a part of, who are actively looking at this issue and collaborating on solutions. A few weeks ago, the Maryland State Department of Education released data on the 4-year cohort graduation rate for the class of 2025. The BCPS graduation rate is 84.3%, a decrease of 1.54% from the previous year. The decrease in the graduation rate for the class of 2025 corresponds with decreases seen in other school systems across the state and in the statewide rate. BCPS saw the greatest decline in graduation rates for multilingual and Hispanic student groups as we share the concerns of State Superintendent Dr. Wright and State Board President Dr. Michael about how the sharp uptick in immigration enforcement activity in local communities is impacting student attendance and engagement. I want to publicly thank Board Member Pumphrey for raising awareness and leading the effort to address the impact on our students through policy. We need all of our students in school on a regular basis to ensure that they are learning at high levels. We also acknowledge that they need to feel safe, and activities happening in the community are having an impact on families. I want to be clear. We share a commitment to addressing factors impacting attendance and educational opportunities for all of our students. It is equally important to recognize and celebrate where students made gains in the graduation rate. Rates increased for African American students, economically disadvantaged students, and students receiving special education services. 7 high schools reported an increase in their graduation rate, and 5 high schools reported the greatest one-year decrease in dropout rates. We must highlight these gains and provide accurate information about our school accomplishments because more than 7,000 students walked across the stage, diploma in hand, ready to pursue post-secondary opportunities and begin their careers. Their stories and accomplishments matter, and we will continue to leverage targeted strategies and interventions that will help to improve the graduation rate for all students. Earlier this month, CCBC President Dr. Sandra Curtinitis and I announced the launch of a new partnership called Direct Admit. I want to thank Team BCPS staff and CCBC partners who have met over the last year to build the infrastructure for this effort based on a conversation that I had with Dr. Curtinitis about a similar effort in another system. Special thanks to Leanne Schubert, who worked diligently to identify what our students needed, worked directly with our CCBC partners to meet those needs, and to create a seamless pathway to college for all BCPS seniors. This is the true nature of partnerships, coming together on behalf of students. Direct Admit guarantees every BCPS graduate a clear next step, regardless of GPA or background. Beyond guaranteed admission, students will receive early personalized guidance on financial aid resources, opening doors to CCBC's tuition-free opportunities. In just a few weeks, our seniors will receive a direct admit email in their BCPS account with instructions to complete a short confirmation form for acceptance. That will be followed by official CCBC, admission information, and next steps about advising, enrollment, and tuition-free opportunities that they may qualify for. We are thrilled to partner with CCBC on this initiative that will remove barriers and simplify early college admission. The annual BCPS Climate Survey is open through March 6th. Focusing on school climate and engagement, this survey is for all of our stakeholders, students in grades 3 through 12, parents, caregivers, staff, and community members. This annual survey is an important way for us to hear from the BCPS community, learn your views and experiences, and be responsive to your feedback by taking action to improve our schools and school system. Survey feedback is used by our schools to refine school progress plans, as well as by the school system to measure our progress towards accomplishing our shared goals. The survey, which is available in multiple languages, takes 3 minutes or less to complete and is anonymous. Last year, we had the greatest number of respondents, and we hope to surpass that number this year. Previous climate survey reports are available on the BCPS website. And lastly, it has been an active winter season, and I know many of us are hopeful that spring and inclement weather-free days are just around the corner, we hope. To date, we have had 3 virtual learning days after using our 3 traditional inclement weather closure days. Please note that any additional weather-related closures will result in a shift to virtual learning. Students will be reminded to bring devices and other instructional materials home, and staff will prepare lessons and materials. Schools will communicate their specific plans directly with families. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rogers. It's been a busy time in BCPS. At this time, I'd now like to ask any members of the media if we have questions. Kristen?
Hi, Dr. Rogers. Excuse me. Would love to get your thoughts on last night's vote to add those extra teachers, 36 teachers, to the budget to help the librarians. How is that extra cost concerning for you, and do you have an idea of where to cut to make that happen?
So it's been less than, I think, 10 hours, so I don't yet have an idea of what direction we're going to take with that. I would say any additional costs are concerning for all of us, but there is a shared commitment to students and their impact in classes. And so we will do what we always do, which is look through the books and figure out what the available options are to make it work.
A few board meetings ago, Dr. Schumi, who's heading up Bilingual Global Citizens, expressed concerns about being able to open this fall. Are you able to say whether that's still going to happen? And if not, could those extra funds be used elsewhere, since you all allocated for that money?
So what I do know is the Office of Law is communicating on behalf of Team BCPS. They're the ones where all the paperwork and the documents have to be vetted through to ensure that all legal requirements are met. And so the final decision will be made based on the documentation that they have received. You are correct in that the budgeted amount was included and approved by the Board of Education last evening. If there is a departure from that, then there might be the possibility that those funds would be available to defray the cost of the additional amendment from last night.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
okay.
County Executive Klausmeier, given the additional teachers that we just spoke about, does that change, or do you know yet if that impacts her desire to give additional funding for schools?
So I wouldn't be able to speak to that. We spoke yesterday afternoon prior to the board meeting. I haven't had a chance, to speak with her. I do know that she was firm in her desire to do more for the school system, but as you know, they're working through their budget process as well, and so we'll just continue to work side by side.
I think that's it. Dr. Rogers, thank you very much. Thank all of you for being here today. Please stay warm, safe travels, and thank you once again. We'll see you next month.